What's up, guys? My name is Splattercat, and welcome back to December 13th of our Sang-Froid 1858 LP. No, we're not doing the LP in 1858. It would be really, really hard to run a PC with sticks and twigs and, I don't know, pine cones, whatever they used to build stuff out of back then. But in any case, we were besieged by a ghost to build ourselves a chapel, and so a chapel we have built. And so let's check out the storyline. Hello, Arnold. That's all that Arnold ever really says. He's not much of a conversationalist. He's a deep thinker, though. And so let's hit continue here, and we'll see what the story has in store for us. Chapter 9, The Ghost and the Chapel, December 13th, 1858.
I feel him. I see him. He's speaking to me.
Who's speaking to you, Josephine?
The wandering soul of someone who is suffering. His pain is great and his quest is just. Be good to him, and he will be good to you in return.
We're starting to have quite a few enemies. Wouldn't hurt to have an ally. I say let's repair his chapel for him.
First, we'll have to defend it. And quickly. The Mycons gave us 3 moons before they come back.
Alright, so let's jump straight into it. Here at our trap interface, I don't know, oh, we have explosives now. And so what the explosives are going to do is they're going to allow us to put an explodey barrel here. Obviously, it does some form of exploding. And if we shoot it, it's going to trigger and kill literally everything in a large radius. Now, the wind is blowing to the southeast on this one. And so I think our best course of action here is to do what the game desires and use explosives, and so that's what we're going to do. Now, we have to defend the chapel. If you took a look at the overall map, we do have a chapel now to defend. The chapel increases the time in between waves that we have to kind of look around and displace between locations. Now, he's going to go through there, but what we want is for all of them to end up over here, maybe. Yeah, that seems like it might work. I can't guarantee that it will, but it seems about right. Let's make sure that everyone collects, I think. And so what we'll do is we have to get them all to collect at one location. And I think our best plan is to put a carcass right here, maybe. And we want them to collect into a ball of wolvy nastiness. And so what we'll do is we'll put a firewall in right here, and that's going to force him back and around, and we're also going to have to put one right there. And so as they all come around, I can't guarantee this is going to work completely, but what I would like them to do is as they all come around this curve, they're going to gather here. We'll put a separate bait down here with an explosive next to it. And so once we do that, there it is, and there it is. And so once we've done that, we collect them all right here, so we get them all bandboxed in right here, basically. They collect, they come down here to this final bait. We'll be waiting right here with a single rifle round and kablowie, or shazowie, as I'm known to say, and they'll all be taken care of. Now, let's look at Wave 2 and see what it has in store for us. Wave 2 has a group of 4 werewolves, and let's make sure that they all end up going in the same direction. I don't think I can place a spike trap in here. And that's kind of what I'm worried about. And so what we may consider doing is putting in a bait right here with a separate spike trap. And that's all we're going to have to defend? Okay. And so we've got 2 coming this way, 2 coming this way. Let's go ahead and we'll firewall off this part. There it is. Using a bit more AP. And I'm trying to find the most efficient way to kill this many enemies, believe me. And so I think what we'll do for this round is we'll put in a carcass right there and a spike trap, and that should at least get most of them. There it is. And so what we'll do for this part is we'll fall back to like right here, and we'll just kind of wait for the whole thing to take its course. We should have the time. It's rough. I don't know if we're going to have the time to gather them all up, so instead of risking it, what I'll do is I'll put in another bait right there so that these 4 collect together, and then they come down as a unit onto this spike trap. Wave 3, what do we have? Wave 3, we just have a group of will-o'-the-wisps, which we still don't have the proper tools to deal with, but we'll live with it. For now, we'll just fisticuffs them down. We will just pummel them about the head and shoulders. We've got 3 wolves down here that are all going to come for us, and I think that should be easily resolved by placing a bait right there with a final spike trap, and that should be able to get all 3 of them, and if it doesn't, I will weep mighty tears. let's go to our skills. Make sure we have everything allocated that we want to have allocated. We can poison our bait now. We can get sniping, which means we do 100% more damage when shooting from the top of our post. We can do net crafting, which means they now cause 42 damage spread around among the mobs. It's a pretty good idea. Or we can get more money for lumberjacking, which for now is what I'm going to go with, because you always want to grab those as soon as possible. I'm sure some people will disagree with me, but we have 15 clicks right here. So 15 times 8, that's like 120 cents. That's $1.20 we didn't have beforehand if we decide to deal with our problems in a minimalist way, I suppose is the best way to put it. Now, if this doesn't work out, if this trap right here fails me, we are going to be in just a horrible, horrible situation. A situation so terrible that I can't really even describe it to you. And so we'll see how this goes. Let's go ahead and spam out all that cash there, and we're up to $3.22. We will go to Wolf's Vale and let's buy out his stock of bullets for now. And once we get that resolved, I think we'll be okay. I think we're going to be alright. We didn't use up any of our healing stuff from the last level. And he's got a double-barreled rifle now that's going to be available for $6. This thing is the Mac King Daddy Slice Funkmaster Flex, I guess, of just like ass-kicking. It allows you to fire twice, and once you get further on into the game, being able to fire 2 silver bullets in a row or 2 holy bullets in a row is indispensable. But for the time being, we're going to hold on to the cash that we've got. And let's take a look at the hotel and see how much healing stuff he has for us. It looks like he's got 3 healing poultices. We're going to take 2 of them for now. And once we've got those 2, I'd like to basically get a backstock of the Canadian whiskey. Not just because Canadian whiskey is incredible, but also because it's our healing potion in this case. And it's the best we're going to have to deal with. Now, there's going to be a fair bit of waiting in this level. This level is going to test our patience. So I urge you to stick with me, but I think our plan is set up very well. So we'll see how it goes. And hopefully it all turns out well. We're going to get a little video here. Yeah, that guy just had a bad day. Do you see the mayor had a picture of himself on his wall? That takes some gonads right there. That takes some testes to put a picture of yourself up on your wall.
The beasts of the devil will soon be here. I sense them coming, drawn by the holy aura of the reboot chapel. Make sure those werewolves don't interrupt me while I'm praying to sanctify.
I'll do the best I can, but I can't guarantee anything.
Alright, and so let's do this thing. Let me check my itinerary real quick because I'm always... Oh no! I should have put in a tower. That's how I messed up. In any case, I think we've got... Oh no. I sense an error in the plan. I sense a distinct error in the... No. Wait, do I? Okay, never mind. But we've got to get up north quick. Sometimes it's hard to see the paths once you put down the little tooltips for everything, and so the tooltip was blocking the path, but I should have put in a zipline tower to get from the church to the house, unfortunately, but in any case, we've got a lot of time to kill anyways, so it's not a giant deal, it's just kind of an inconvenience. They're going to stop at that bait right there, and we can only hope, we can sincerely only hope that it lasts long enough for the other wolves to at least catch up to a suitable extent so that we can get them all gathered right here. And so where is our booby trap here? There it is. Alright, and so they are all gathered up. This is going very well as of yet. And we're just going to post up right here, and here we go, guys. See if all of our plans have come to fruition. And so there goes the first group of wolves. And I got them all. 66 cents for an ass whooping well executed, guys. Fantastic planning on our part. Well done. To what? Alright, so Wave 2. Wave 2 was a grouping of werewolves that we were going to have to tolerate, and actually I think for this purpose we were just going to have to wait them out, to be honest. And so we're not really going to be doing anything during this wave. We're just going to kind of hang out and bide our time. I mean, if we wanted to be opportunists, we could sneak out and take a couple gunshots at them, but honestly I think our spike trap's going to resolve this issue for us. This could be a giant waiting mission where we just sit around, and that's fine, you know. I finished dinner a little bit ago. I'm feeling a little unmotivated. My tummy's like blah, 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 blah. It's making those post-dinner rumblies where you're just like, I need a nap. You've got that crazy food coma going on, so if I don't have to slough through the snow with a giant battle axe, well, a makeshift battle axe, a Fable-esque battle axe, it's, you know, it's all better for me. I don't mind. And so you can see that they're up above us right now, giving you the play-by-play here, just pulling a John Madden, I guess, and they devoured that bait really, really quickly. Now, I can't guarantee it's going to get all 4 of them. That is the problem with spike traps, is they don't show the best discretion. In fact, I do sort of wish that you could spring your spike traps when you wanted to with kind of a diabolical red button, but unfortunately, that's not the case. Now, let's hang back. And they're coming around the bend. They are coming around the mountain when they come, and if we get all of them, it'll be nice, but if we don't get all of them, I've got a holy bullet with one of their names on it, and we'll do the best that we can with it. So let's see how this executes. Yeah, they're spread out a little bit. I can't guarantee. Did I get them all? No, I got 3. Okay, so there's going to be 1 left that we have to deal with. And so there's the first shot. And we're going to jump into melee with him rapidly. Muy rapido, if at all possible. And we were able to take him out. For being weaker at melee combat, I think that Jack does a pretty good job as long as you plan it out appropriately. Just a little more time. Sounds like an 80s song. Something that would have an electro beat. And so I want to make sure that my stink cloud does not attract this wolf over here. This one could get close though. I can't, it may have been a better idea to use 2 baits, but unfortunately we had the resources, but the planning may have failed on our part. If this ends up failing, then, well, we'll play through it again, I guess, but this final wave, we've got a lot of healing potions, so we may be able to just fisticuffs our way through it, luckily. I think it'll work out. We don't have the first wolf on the bait yet. And so, but with the way they chewed through that other bait, it was a pretty rapid process, so hopefully, come on, big money, no whammy. And there it is. Did we get them? All 3? Oh, we didn't. Damn. Alright, so let's fall back for just a second. Let me reload. It dealt damage to him, though. He's got to be really, really wounded. And we'll use our last holy bullet on him. And so, last holy bullet. And he's in rage mode, so we're going to have to deal with that. And let's get some damage done. And DPS go, and we finish. Whoa, where did he come from? Alright. I didn't realize that I had 2 more of these idiots to kind of defend with. Alright. We're out of energy right now. He's probably going to try and go underground. I completely and totally forgot that we had 2 fireflies to deal with. I don't recall seeing those on the planning map. That may have been...
This chapel is now a sanctuary that protects against diabolic manifestations. As long as it is in good condition, it will delay the arrival of evil creatures to the forest. That delay will give you more time to prepare to defend these places. In addition, if you build a wayside cross and you pray to it, I will know that you need my help, and I will come to your rescue.
Alright guys, so now we have the Wayside Cross, which is like the BFG of dealing with ghosts. So we'll strike a pose real quick because style is always important in these sorts of endeavors. And what we'll do is, I think we have time for another mission, so let's see if we can squeeze in another mission. I can't guarantee it. Actually, no. We'll do 1 mission at a time. I'll just upload more. I don't want to risk having to do weird cuts in the middle of episodes. We got ourselves a lot of cash that round, and so we ended up with $3, 460 XP, and so things are looking pretty good on the butcher's bill here. Honestly, let's speed through and see if we can do another mission. I can't really guarantee that everything's going to work out appropriately. Worst case scenario is we'll do all of the storyline stuff, and this is the first time we're going to have to deal with Mike and Shamans, so this is going to get nasty as well. Mike and Shamans are definitely no fun. They have several nasty D&D-esque attacks at their disposal, but I'll talk about those once we get a little further along. Chapter 10, Allies and Enemies, December 14th, 1858.
What a nice surprise. You can just go away as far as I'm concerned.
Who is it?
A lost moose.
Bah, I'm sorry my brother has no manners.
Not much of a head either.
What?
My chief sent me to seek the descendants of the priestess Maniwapikwan and Bone O'Carroll, to speak with them in our village.
Is the village far? Because I don't want to leave Josephine alone for too long.
You'll be back very soon.
He insulted me, didn't he? He did, huh?
No. Saying someone has no head among his people, it's a compliment. It means you're a man of all heart.
Good. I like that better.
Yeah, it means nobody's ahead of you. Don't worry about it, you big lug. It's all good.
I am Ushimash, chief of the Ilnuach tribe. Our tribe wishes to know if you have met those my people call the Mycons. They can change appearance, but most often they take the form of standing wolves.
I must have slaughtered 24 of those hairy fools just since last Sunday.
Don't confuse them with ordinary werewolves. The Mycons are not sensitive to the prayers of your white shamans, but they are vulnerable to silver weapons. Also, look at this. It's the amulet of Mechu, the great eagle. Our tribe has used it for centuries to change the direction of the wind in order to lure game into our traps.
But you're not going to give them the amulet, are you?
Mishta Machishu, I have not asked for counsel. The tribe of the Ilnuach are making you a gift of this powerful talisman. Take good care of it.
But what do they have against us? We haven't done anything to those Macons.
They believe you are partly responsible for the evils that are affecting us. According to them, if you are gone, the evil will go too.
You already know too much. Leave!
He's really a nice guy, the mighty wizard.
Thank you for the information and the amulet.
Alright, so Mishimash had a pouty face that only a 2-year-old could master, and so we've got the Wayside Cross, and what the Wayside Cross does is it allows us to create an AoE area in which all of the... Oh, we can go to the Indian village now too as well. But anyways, as I was saying, the Wayside Cross creates an area of consecration that slowly ticks away health on anything that's evil. And so anything that's marked with that little pentagram symbol, their health starts to just slowly diminish. Now, the first wave is only those. The second wave is probably going to be a reasonable grouping of Mycons. Yeah, the second group is a bunch of Mycons. And so let's... God. This is a situation. Now, I think what I'll do is let's go to the Indian village. And the natives have some things that are going to be pretty helpful. So we'll go to Chief Gushimak's tent. And what we'll do is he's got silver bullets here for the first time. He's also got a silver hatchet, which allows us to hurt Mycons, which we normally can't do. The Mycons can't be baited, as we talked about earlier, and so it's going to be pertinent that we're able to dispatch them quickly. I'm going to buy several of those silver bullets. And then once I have those... Oh, we should probably buy his silver hatchet too. Now, we can't consecrate the silver hatchet. There is a catch. The first thing I tried to do was make the silver hatchet blessed, because then it would be useful against all the enemies in the game. Not possible. Can't do it, unfortunately. So, from this point on, we have to choose whether we can fight the native Mycons or whether we can fight the undead and the werewolves. And so, we have to choose whether we're going to do spiritual warfare or warfare with silver. And it is a tough choice in some missions. Now, for these guys... I think the best way that we could possibly deal with them is just to put a Wayward Cross right here. And the Wayward Cross is free. It doesn't cost us any money, but it does cost a reasonable amount of AP. And once they're within range, we're going to trigger that bad boy, and we're going to focus fire as best we can on them, at least see if we can kill a few of them. I'm tempted to bring a anti-magic weapon like our axe that we have been using, but there's no guarantee that it's going to work to our benefit. And so the other thing that we might consider doing is just basically going to war with them. I mean, I guess we'll just have to fight it out. Let's go to wave 2 and see if we can whittle our way through this fight without any issues. So we have a Mycon warrior who is a problem. He's a problem, yeah. But let's deal with these wolves first. I think we can pick them off with traps. And so they're going to head straight for my house. And so what I think I'll do is I'll put a trap right here and a trap right here. And I can't guarantee that that's going to get them, but what we can do to increase the probabilities, we can create a firewall, a partial firewall. And so there it is. We've created our partial firewall. And that should, with luck, let me make sure the coverage of this is a little better. I don't like that positioning either. Hold on. I want to make very, very sure that we take care of business here because this is a rough mission too. If we survive this first fight, it shouldn't be so bad, but everything else together could make this a lot worse. Now we have a Mycon Shaman coming this way, or I'm sorry, a Mycon Warrior. What we may consider doing here is actually blocking off the bridge to make the Shaman take a bit more time to get to where he needs to go. Just kind of, yeah, make his life a little bit more miserable. And so that's there. And that should force him to go all the way around the horn, which could work in our favor, assuming we can get them both underneath a net trap. However, I can't promise that we can do that. Let me look at the distances here. And I'm actually measuring them with my finger right now to see if they're similar. Yeah, and I don't think they're similar. So what I may do is run out to fight with this guy. But we have so many more up here to deal with too. God. So he's going to the chicken farm, which we absolutely can't allow. And so I'd like him to take the longest possible course as well. So we'll send him around the horn too. Ooh, he's just gonna go through there. Okay. Well then. That creates a problem. But it's not too terrible of a problem. What we can do is put that right there with a spike trap, and that should handle those wolves altogether. Those wolves are dealt with. These guys have to go way around the horn to get to where they're going. So I may come up here, fight the Mycon Shaman. This gent should be coming around the horn by then too. And I don't want to fight two of them at the same time. So part of me was thinking about blocking this off and forcing him through that avenue as well so that they have to come to me over and over again. But at the same time, risky business. Very risky business. But let's deal with this guy up here and make sure that he can't get to the church. What we want with him is to have him basically self-kiting. And so what we'll do is we'll put a full barricade in right there. And that already should force him to go around that way. And what we'll do is we will force him like so. And then he should have to go around the horn there, and we'll block that. And that should just keep him running a maze, and we can come back and deal with him later. And so I think if for the second wave we can get set up over here, I think we'll be okay. And so for the course of this mission, what we really, really, really want to do is make sure that our situation is, that our smell situation is oriented to the south. We position here in between the waves, we kill him, these wolves die, we kill him right here, we come down, we deal with him, and then we displace back up to here and finish him off finally. And with that in mind, let me go ahead and place a pair of towers so that I can get to the church quickly from this location. And then why not take this time right now to place the other one that I forgot to place right here so that I can get to where I need to be. And actually maybe I should space these out better so that I don't get them mixed up and go to the wrong place on accident. I don't see the enemy density being enough for me to warrant using explosives in this mission. That all out of the way, we'll use the rest of our AP to get some cash. We've got enough health items right now, so I think we'll be okay. Let's go bless some bullets and also buy out the general store stock. Ooh, and so 15 bullets today. Good, good, good. And I think that'll do us for now. Let's go buy whatever remainder of alcohol we can get from the hotel. And so we'll buy 2, as always. I don't really know what the maximum stack we can carry around is, but we'll do what we can. We'll return to our house, we'll do our level up, and we're going to be sneaking it close here. This episode may run a little long. Let's see here. We want to equip the Egg of Matshishu. We definitely want that. We definitely want the Silver Hatchet. Unfortunately, this is going to get really nasty when we're fighting that first group of 5 in the beginning, but we'll do what we can there. Additionally, we now have the ability to make our firewalls affect things, the Will-o'-the-Wisps to be specific. The hanging nets could use a buff. I think that hanging nets is probably a pretty good investment for now, and we'll deal with whatever comes next afterwards. So now that our skills are allocated, let's start the mission, and hopefully this works out in our favor. We've got more than enough healing items. The only thing that's going to be working against us at this point is time. And so it is what it is. Let's make sure that we get it done. The Egg of Matshishu we can trigger to move the...
We asked you to leave, and you're still here. Why?
We can't leave. Our sister Josephine is sick. She can't leave her bed.
This is your last chance. Leave or die.
I don't want to get nasty, but you're really starting to get on my nerves. If you want to fight, it's a fight you'll get. Bring it on.
It's weird how with werewolves, the fur always grows perfectly to hide the willy. Like, have you guys ever noticed that? Okay, so we've got the Egg of Metshu. We're going to use that to our best ability to corral enemies, and that's really what it's best for. I'll show you here in a second. We want all of these fiery guys coming straight at this location. And so right when the wave starts, what we'll do is we'll hit 3. And what you'll see is that I can swivel. And we should be able... There we go. And so... Oh, I messed up. I aimed it in the wrong direction. This is going to create problems for us in the future. In any case, let's get our prayer done. And what you'll see is they're going to start to take damage. They're going to fire their first volley. They're going to charge in with their melees. Ooh, we're going to take some damage there. But we're not dead yet. It's not so bad. Could be worse. We have to get at least a couple of them taken care of, unfortunately. And so I'm just going to keep wheedling away with my slow motion hits here. And now we're going to do our best to kite them around as much as possible. I mean, the situation's pretty dire at the moment. And as you can tell, I'm not really hurting them at all. And so there goes another one. Did we get them all? I think there's one left. That's okay. We'll drink an alcohol. And we are going to have to fight this one the old-fashioned way. And so there's another hit there. And he's going to get us right there and right there. Unfortunately, the collision seems a little weird at times. And so now we've got problems because our situation is not set up where it needs to be. This gentleman over here is instantly going to gain aggro on us because I failed. I had a massive ride on the fail boat, unfortunately. But what we can do is we can attempt to jump this right here and fight him at this location, which is absolutely possible. And we'll draw him over here with a shout. And unfortunately, he's got a magical ability, and you can see that they go down pretty quickly, so it's not so bad. Let's defend. Oh god. We definitely have a problem. So we may end up fighting 2 werewolves at the same time, but we've got the healing items for it. If I can get down here in time, god. So let me set up a silver bullet shot, and we'll see what we can accomplish here. Oh, unfortunately I missed. Yeah, we're gonna get pummeled here for a moment. And we're going to drink another alcohol. And do our best to outfight this guy, who's probably going to enrage very, very shortly. And I can't believe I missed that melee combo. What a mess. And so we should be able to round him off here, I think. The nice thing about the silver weapons is it does build up a fear tolerance, or a fear radius, which normally we couldn't affect the Mycons with. The mission was pretty hairy, guys. It didn't go according to plan, but luckily I was able to adapt to the situation, and we managed to pull it out by the skin of our teeth. I almost said the hair of our teeth, but if your teeth are growing hair, you may want to hit that old toothbrush a bit more. In any case, feeling a little furry about the mouth. And he's going to rush me. And I have a super attack on board, so we're just going to shoryuken him. And then we're going to fight as best we can. I mean, for a non-melee character, it's nice to know a few of the tricks that help you wrap these guys up. And so for everything that went wrong during the course of that encounter, I think we did pretty well. And so I'm going to wrap it up here. We're actually drawing dangerously close to the upload limit size that YouTube will allow at the moment. So my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here. We got ourselves a nice little 510 XP there, if I can do math properly. But we didn't earn much money, unfortunately. I would like to get a double-barreled rifle pretty soon, but it doesn't look like we're going to be able to square that circle for now. So, in any case, thank you for joining me here in the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat. It's always fun to have you guys here. Today we were playing Sang Froid, and I hope you'll join me for the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and I'll see you next time.